diretta e ti mando il pollice.
The onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Check 26, check 26.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Hines. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Check three, check three, check three.
They'll drop the throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Mike, 53, Mike.
They're going to look to throw. Got an open man, it's QT. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. Let's go. 48's the mic. I got you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for Hurd on the deep ball. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
You ready? Come on, D! Here we go. When's the mic? Watch one.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Throwing on 2nd down, Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 37.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
So Mike number 1, hey, Delta, you draw quarters. Mike 1.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here we go. 60 or. Watch one. Smooth. Watch screen. So Mike number one. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Get it.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 15-yard line. You think back to the Super Bowl against New England, the Rams never even got into the red zone in that game, and now here they are in the red zone on their opening drive with a 1st down. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Chris Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now it's Wilson. This is the tight end fan. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Let's go. Rip left. Kill. Rotate. Step. Hey, look, 48. Look, hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. I'm coming after you.
2nd and 13. Going for Hurd on the deep ball. He's got him in. Complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Mike, 53. Mike. I got him.
He'll look to throw. He finds Hopkins complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Shit. Off.
2nd and 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
48 to Mike. Army. Switch.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down again. Dante Fowler in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Jump, Greystone, have it. Lucky. Look, squeeze.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson, and that's complete to Cooks. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Kendrick, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here we go. Runs the mic. Watch one.
From the 41, Wilson. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. And an alley to run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He gets it to Cooks. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 16.
Check 50.
On 1st down, Kendrick. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
General West.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And his kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Now, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Shift. Watch the shift.
This is Hines. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
48 to Mike. Here I come.
They'll set up to throw. Open man is Higgins. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Hey, look, 48. Look, hey, we gonna make the 48 right now. Let's go. All day, dog.
2nd and 3. And a catch made by Hopkins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash.
Back to throw. Allen's got it complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
'49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
You ain't doing nothing today.
He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Who we got?
Hey, look, 48. Look, hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go.
Who that? Who that?
2nd and 10. Try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Go. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
I'm on. Hey, Alpha. 59 is Mike. 59 is Mike. Check. 59. 5.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. This time they stay on the ground. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. Then he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now Wilson on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. The quick slant, good for 8 and a 1st. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Wilson will throw again. On the left side, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a 1st down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a 2nd half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll run on 1st down. Hines. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Let's put that team on 44-yard line.
They run with Hines. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go again. Kill. Hey, turn it up. It's three.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Check 53. All day.
Second and 9 now. It's complete to Hopkins. 1st down San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Watch the backer. Check safety, check safety. Watch twist.
On 1st down, it's Hines. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
They run again with Hines. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not, it's not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And Woods has it complete. And he's got this down to the 35. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams 1st down.
22 jet bombers, 22 jet bombers.
They'll run on 1st down. Kendrick. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Hey, high 7. Snap.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
It's just me and you.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how he, one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end can be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
No, no, no. Off, off, off.
Back to throw now on first down. Got an open man. It's QT. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Check 13, check 13.
Get it all. West.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Open man is QT, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Check three, check three. Mike, 53, Mike.
I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine, baby.
They'll look to throw now on first down. This one into the hands of Hurd. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Jalen Hurd, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Ready, set.
53 is the Mike.
Check. 53 is Mike. Check. 53 is Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now back to throw. He finds Hopkins complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Niners on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Let's go over. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go.
They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Dante Fowler. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Going to give this time to the tailback. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Here we go. Here we go. One's the mic. Watch one. Watch one.
And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Throwing on second down. Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Check, 59, 59.
You. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
I got him.
And the blitz does come. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I tell you what, it's kind of hard to imagine. They have not scored a single point, and yet they're in this position, a touchdown drive here, and they're in the lead.
Normally, when you have 0 on your side of the ledger on the scoreboard, you're a little bit discouraged. But when they look over and see their opponents, they don't see a touchdown.
Siamo touchdowns.
Naeem Hines, an 80-yard touchdown, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Wilson to throw. And this is incomplete. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Don't get nervous.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Looking to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Here I come again. 48's Mike. 48's Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Back to throw. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. And they're able to convert on. Third with a solid gain of 23. So a challenge is upon us. I tell you, close game, fourth quarter. This is a huge decision.
Oh, no doubt about that, partner. A lot has to be riding on this call. And you know it is a tight one because it has to be indisputable visual evidence in order to change it. Now here's the big question. Do they actually have that evidence?
We're about to find out. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their...
Brandon Cooks. He gets it to Cooks. He's at the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, LA. Brandon Cooks. 93 yards. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. A big play coming now for the Rams as they'll go for two. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by two more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Second and 6. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
48's Mike. 48's Mike.
He'll drop to throw. And that's caught by Smith. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Complete. Smith has it. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. 2nd and 4. He's got Allen. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Ready up. 53 is the mic. Right here, right here. 36, 36.
He'll look to throw. Caught by Allen. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go, D.
Back to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Back to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go. Ready,
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Wilson. And now he'll tuck it and run. He's got room to run past the 20. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Ma non ci credo, che bucio di culo. Ma non è possibile. Non è possibile. Ma dimmi te.
Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. Mike 5'9". Mike 5'9". Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Here's Wilson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. This is caught inside the 15. A huge play that time for the Rams. 46 yards. So it's all going to ride here on the left foot of their kicker. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So now it all comes down to the left foot of their kicker. He missed it. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
And they will take a knee here as time will likely run out on regulation, and we'll go to overtime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check, baby, weapon. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Watch the flag.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that's complete to Cooks. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, this is the tight end fan. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
On the double. Watch the screen. West. Watch the screen. Shoot.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 1st down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
64. Go.
Los Angeles.
Watch the run. So Mike number one. No gain on this defense. No gain. Mike one. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
Dai.
Comes and Wilson's going to go down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
So Mike number one. Hey, exit. Mike one. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. Hey, switch gears.
Wilson. It's caught left side by Cooks. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. That puts them in field goal range, but let's face it, they don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it.
Check 59. Mike is 59.
Go out.
Silver. 49. Check 49. Check 49.
Get it.
On third down, Wilson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Here we go. 30 base. Watch one. You draw Porter.
So Mike's number 1.
I'm here all day.
Now Wilson on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight. And it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive.
High 7.
Here we go. Run to Mike. Watch one. Hey, let's get this. So Mike's number 1. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Mike 1. Yo.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. Oh, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Open man is QT, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
The defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
He's not going to get me. Check. Crunch. Shift.
On first down, it's Hines, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
A throw out line to QT, complete. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Slam.
Now a toss play. It's Hines. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown.
Andiamo.
In OT.
Andiamo.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Niners, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they'll get to stay home again